Hello guys, my name is Rivek or Ricky. Well, I'm new to TGC card games, and this game, Riftbound, is my first TGC. The first one to get me into it, because I played some League, so I know like lore-wise some of these things. At least I know where to place them. I'm gonna probably make videos because I'm like new to this stuff. I think it's quite nice for people to see how a like pure fresh start is like, and I'm gonna try to explain the things that I learned and I'm still learning from things that people explain to me. Yeah, that's stuff that's going to be mainly on this channel. Later on I want to do like events as well, but that just like depends on whether or not I get in, if I get time. Yeah, it's situational, but I'll see if I can like do that later. But I've been having a lot of fun, and I am new to this type of stuff, and I would like to just help other people, because people have helped me a lot over like a short span, like time span. I'm gonna do just step by step, just basic things that you can like get started without needing to have so many people explaining what you have to do. So yeah, I am still also like getting and receiving so many tips and stuff. I don't know why I'm showing this on cam, but it's an empty box. I just opened this on stream, but I'm mainly going to actually talk about sealed stuff. But I have like a lot of cards here. That's why the box is here. Put it aside. Fill that box later with like stuff that I don't need. But I'm gonna show you what you have to do. And in my opinion, you don't have to like take this for like a guarantee. The pre-rift, like the pre-rift kit, I think when a new set launches is, in my opinion, the best time to get started, because everyone is at like the same level. So how this goes is you go to an event, like you look up Riftbound, you go into the Riftbound website, and you can search like near your town and what's like nearby where you can play, and you just look up when there's like a sealed event or like a rift, how do you call it? Right now, like the one that I joined is Spirit Forged. Just look up real quick which set is next. I think set 3 is next, or something with a U. I don't even remember what it's called. There's definitely, so you have like a release date. Just example, just saying some stuff for an example. The 14th or something. The actual cards release, like the packs and the boosters and all that, and the displays, whatever, and the decks. Before those decks release, you can play these pre-rift kits, which is really nice. And these contain like some boosters. Let's see. It contains a, I hope it's not too bright. It contains a mini pre-constructed deck containing a champion legend, champion unit, and more. With five boosters. So that's really nice. So you open those packs, you can get a lot of cards. I mean, a lot, just like enough cards to make an okay deck, I think. I'm just gonna show you what you should do after you found a deck, and that's mainly try and sort them like color-wise. It's just like really basic. You got yellow to yellow, green, red, orange, purple. Yeah, so that's orange. There you're always stacking those. Yellow, red, blue. I'm thinking if there's more colors, but I don't think so. Purple, I had that one. Green. I think those are all the colors, if I'm not wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm also still new. But yeah, just sort those, and once you're done, this is okay. So now I pulled, like, imagine you got like a champion. So this is a another champion, a legend, I mean. This is a legend, and this decides what you are going to use. So it says green and orange. I'm gonna put this aside for now. I have sorted my cards. Now, if you are playing a pre-rift specifically, there are some different rules. Not 100% knowledgeable about those, but I definitely like double check with the people you're playing with or against. they will for sure want to help you. Just ask them if you're not sure, because I always like double check as well. But when you're playing like a pre-rift or like a sealed, what's it called, you can only use what's in the box, nothing else. And just imagine this is what you got. This is not like accurate representation. This is what you got, example. And you have a Jack's Legend. It says that it has 2 colors, and as far as I know, I got taught that my 2 colors were the only ones that I can use, but in sealed, you can use a 3rd color. So, because you're not going to be guaranteed to get the ones that perfectly work with your legend, you're allowed to get another color, so you can use 3 different colors. That also comes at the costs of runes. So these are the runes. I'm going to give a different explanation on how you use these with like the basic game explanation. You can use a maximum up to 12 runes. I'm just gonna say that really quick. And it doesn't matter which color like those runes are. It just matters. An example, there's a spell here. It says detonate. And at the top left, it says that it is a red rune. So if you want to use that, imagine this is a red rune. Actually, I have one right here. So imagine you have this in your hand. You want to play it. The mana cost. So this is in your deck right now. Like it's on the floor. Like everybody sees this. Like on the table. Like everybody sees it. You use 1 energy. So now it's tabbed. You tab it, and you can't use this round anymore. Next round it will become untapped and you can use it again. But because it has that 1 cost, you'll have to cycle it. So you have to put it back into the staple of the other runes that have left, or you have to just put that back into the like staple of cards with the other runes. So you can choose for yourself. Maybe I want, so you for sure like need these 2 because they're made to work well. So you use, for example, green, orange is right here, and blue. But if you're seeing that it does have some costs, but example, just imagine if it doesn't have that many cycle costs, like the one here, like the red one, you can just play the other color runes. You are allowed to take a 3rd color when you're playing sealed. At least that's how far I am. You may correct me if I'm wrong about that. That way, me and other people can learn that that is wrong or right. Of course, if you're playing the normal version, you can mix everything up. If all the cards are released, of course. And you can only play these 2 colors. But for example, if your orange cards don't have like any cycles, like imagine there's no cycle costs on any of your cards, you can just play full greens, you know? So that's like kind of the logic. But if anybody has like questions about that, please feel free to comment or something. I'll try to help you out, and I'll keep like asking other people if I don't know either, and see if I can help you out. You can correct me as well if I'm wrong. That's like the basics of the color things. So you basically know what to choose. So I picked, for example, it was like these 3. So you can kind of do the other ones to the trash. Not literally to the trash, but you can put those away and you basically know already which cards you're gonna look through. Now I have my my legend. Normally you have a champion as well. I'm not sure if there's one in here, but I'll have to look. Yeah, when there's a card, there's definitely gonna be a champion in there, for sure. But when you're starting with your deck, I think I'll maybe put it up on the screen. But the number of cards you can use in sealed are different than the normal ones. Because sealed, you might just not have enough good cards. I think it's like 27 you need minimum. And with normal one, like the normal rules, without just unsealed, just normal playing, you need 40 cards, including your legend. Same with 27 cards I think it's a maximum of 40 as well. Not sure on that, but I'll have to like double check. Maybe you can also double check with the players you're playing with or against, because they'll definitely know as well. But once you have these colors, I'm just gonna pick 3 colors because we're imagining is sealed. If you're playing unsealed, just like take away the 3rd color. So we're gonna look through these cards. So what Jax says is very important. You're gonna look what he does. And that's attach equipment you control to a unit you control. Attaching equipment you control to, yeah, unit you control. Huh? You can do it twice. I'm not sure exactly how this works, the cards itself. I have to ask the people playing with a lot as well. But I'm thinking you can do this twice. Hope you can read it properly. But I'm guessing you put a lot of gear to your units. And this example is a gear. You can see it here on the side here. So that's a gear. Yeah, it isn't wanting to focus, but yeah, now you can see it. So that's a gear. With my thumb, you can see it. It gives some stuff. So make sure to like read it through. You should have quite some time to read them as well. I think it's like 50 minutes or something when you're playing sealed. Otherwise, just go to like at home, see if you can make something yourself if you already have enough cards. But we're talking sealed right now because we're new and we don't like basically have anything. You don't need a deck, you don't need anything. You just need the sealed and you'll get those when you entry. So that's really nice. This looks like a good card. It's equipment and it gives +2 and it costs 2, so that's good. I'm going to include this one. I got another gear. Precise moment, temporary. Friendly units have deflect. So kill this at the start of its controller's beginning phase. For scoring, friendly units have deflect. So I have not played with like any temporary, what's it called? Effect, I'm guessing. It's a temporary effect. I haven't played with it a lot. I'm guessing at the text of it. You play it and then it's active for like that round. So this one has like a deflect now. I'm just gonna keep it for now. I might get rid of it later, but I'm gonna keep it for now. But like when the opponent plays their turn and it's back to me, then this card is gone because it's temporary. That's at least my understanding of it. But I think that's correct. And if I'm wrong, please do correct me, because misinformation must be informed. I'm guessing, like, corrected. Okay, combat chef, weapon master. When you play, you may equip one of the equipment to me for 1 rune less. So this is another little trick. So you can see, I'm gonna put it really close. Let's see if it, yeah. So it's like a rainbow icon. And it has like this rune icon. So this is an icon for a rune. You can play. I'm out of breath. I sprinted up the stairs. But you can equip an equipment for 1 less. Like for 1 rune less. So imagine there's an equipment that requires, I like showed earlier, like a 1 cost underneath this, like an extra colored cost. Some you can equip. So it's actually here. So this one says equip, and then with the orange rune icon, then it attaches to your unit, and then it gives that +2. Imagine this is the orange thing. So if you want to play this, you tab 2 and you played it. But imagine you want to put it on this one, and it doesn't have the weapon master. Then the 2 that you tabbed, you take 1 and you cycle it. So that's what that icon means. So it's like different things, different runes, but with weapon master that this guy has, it doesn't matter. One, it doesn't matter which color you have. Let's focus, okay. But it doesn't matter which color you have of a rune, and if the equip, like you can just like equip without having to pay for it or exhaust this. This is like basically a passive. So imagine I've played this thing here. I mean, I can just play this weapon master. I don't need my legend. You can play this, yes, weapon master, and it is automatically equipped. So you can do that. If, let's see, I want to see if I'm doing this right, or I'm reading this right. This one doesn't have weapon master, just imagine. You can equip it, but it still costs 1, I guess. Oh no, actually it's cheaper. So here's the difference. So this is actually quite interesting. If it's focus it. Oh, focus, buddy. So you got this. So you can focus, buddy. Okay, if it keeps focusing. So we got it. You can see the one. It says right there. It's the one. That means one cost, which is this. Just one tab. You just take your rune and you tab it. That is this number. Then it says a comma. So a comma just means something like that. Then means do something after that. So after you tabbed the rune, so that's the one. And of course this is better than this, because instead of tabbing, if you have to do this, this means that you have to cycle it. So if you have your jacks, you can just tap this thing instead of cycling it, and tap this legend. Then you can equip it to your unit as well. Yeah. So that just costs one energy, in a manner of speaking, or like one rune, and not a cycle. So you can just use this next round, because next round it's backup, which is a lot better than losing the whole rune. So that's quite a nice thing if you don't have a weapon master, so keep that in mind. That's another trick, to be honest, you can use. Imagine you have this thing, you place that, you use your weapon master, you can still like use this. You have another gear, just put this in exhaust, and boom, you can put another gear on this one. Okay, but back to deck making. So you got 3 cards, which are quite nice. I'll put these here. I'll look at these soon. One away for a second. The Yone has Weapon Master as well. When you conquer an open battlefield, deal damage equal to might enemy base. So your enemy unit in base. That's quite strong, I think, against the Zir maybe. Yes, it's nice. You play me to an occupied enemy battlefield. So this tells like if an enemy has a battlefield, you can just play it like this on the battlefield instead of in your base tabbed out. You can actually just play it on the battlefield. I think it also goes tabbed, but you can play it on the battlefield, so it's like instantly active. So I think it's an aggressive deck. I have not played with Jax, so it's all new for me, but this is like my thought process of what I would do if I get this in a sealed. And I am quite new, so it's like a good reflection if you are new as well. I don't know if this one is good, because I don't know if there's buffs yet, so I'm gonna keep this aside, because this one is very buff focused. You can see. When you play me, let's see if it wants to focus. When you play me, you may draw one or buff me. I mean, it could be good if you need like more stuff. It could be good. So you get a choice, but it costs 1. So it's still a maybe card for me. You're getting 3. Getting 3 might for 3, but you get a cycle, so you get like a draw from your deck. Got 2 Yordle Explorers. You may play a card. So this is actually quite nice. Also 2 or more. This says, wants to focus at least. The focusing is, you may play a card with power cost 2 or more. Draw 1. This has 1. So I think I'm going to include it now because I have these 2. That's why I'm going to include it. Strike down. Choose an equipped friendly unit. An equipped friendly unit deals damage equal to its might to an enemy. Then detach. I think that could be alright. Like it's very situational damage. I think it's good. Maybe I don't really understand. It just does like the damage instantly, I'm guessing, from oh, so okay, I understand it. So it does the damage from the thing. And imagine there's an equipment on it. I can select this card and I can select this one. It will do 4 damage instantly, I think. Even if based. So imagine this one is in base. I think this is how the card is handy. You play this, you pay 3. You pay 3 runes, you cycle 1 of those 3 that you tabbed. And then you can do like, okay, this one has a how do you call it? An equipment on it. There's an equipment, so you can see here. Equipment, says it right there. So I can select that guy, and this guy will do. You can choose to do 4 damage to an enemy unit. Imagine there's an enemy here or something, or there, or in the enemy base. I'm guessing even. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can just select any unit. So that I think that's actually quite strong. And just do 4 damage equal to the might, and then also detach the gear. As far as I'm concerned, gears are always like played ready. Units are just played tabbed unless like shown otherwise. I'm going to include this because I think it's really strong if you have nothing, like just not enough units, I'm guessing, or just want to do some quick damage and you have enough runes for it. Like if you don't have a battlefield, and yeah, I think it's just really handy. So I included that. It should be that. Yep. And then I have these two still. They're ready if you can. Really hard for you guys to read if you control another dragon. I don't think, I mean, it's 7 damage, that's a lot. I'm gonna keep it aside though, because I don't think I have a dragon. If you have a dragon, I think that's fine. There's another Stridon, I'm going to include it for now. Might be overkill. Again, this isn't like a full, like official shield, so I can't like one-on-one like mirror, how do you call it? I can get like one-on-one reflect on how it really is. We got Thwonk. I think this is just a good spell. It stuns, I think. Yep, it stuns, and you can even repeat it. So I think it's quite nice. But you need to pay an additional cost. 2, repeat 2. I'm guessing repeat 2 means repeat, and then you pay 2 runes. I'm not so sure about that. But that's, it says repeat 2. That repeat. And that repeat costs 2, or yeah, I think it's that way, yeah. So that's that. We got Desert Call, only Sand Soldier units. I don't think I'm going to use this, because yeah, it's more like an Azir thing. Ribbon Dancer, when I move on the battlefield, it says here when I move to the battlefield, give another unit +1. I will do this just because you can support your teammates. I think this is, there are quite some units in here, so I think that's fine. This is a unit as well. Death Knell, when I die alone, I draw 1. It's actually quite good early game because it's only 2 they're called runes, like 2 energy, 2 mana costs. So I'll include it as well. Yeah, and also when he dies, you can draw 1. So you can just get a free draw for it to. So if you get this, I think if you get more of these, definitely get this in your deck if you got like jacks. Make sure to see if you have these cheap costs for just early game. I got Legion Quartermaster is an additional cost to play me. Return a friendly gear to its owner's hand. This might be good. To like if you're not playing sealed, if you got this card, if I'm correct. Come on, focus. No, we can focus. There's an additional cost to play me. Return a friendly gear to its owner's hand. I don't know if action, so he can steal gear, right? I don't know if it still counts as friendly. I don't think so. I don't really see biggest use in this card. If you can use a gear, if it's like a usable gear for once, then maybe you can play it after you use the effect, I guess, and it's still like after. Like the ones, the temporarily one. Which one was it? The Patricide Monument. It's a passive. It's not something you activate. Yeah, I don't really know how this would work, but I'm gonna keep it out for now because I want to keep my gear in this deck, I'm guessing. When I move to a battlefield, yeah, I'm gonna get this one in as well. This is a spell. I'm gonna include one of this. And when I move draw 1, I'm going to include one of this as well. Right in the passage, when I hold, you may return a unit of gear. This might be good. I'll only put one of those in there because it's quite expensive. And I'm going to keep these out. That's the greens, that's the oranges. Imagine you don't have like enough cards and you're like, damn, this color. I mean, I just picked blue now. This color has like really good cards. I could really use it. Just pick that card. Pick that color. For now, like, I know that this is a gear oriented deck as well. I'm guessing you want like a gear head as well, so that's really good. I'll explain what that one does. This is a mech, so when you play me, ready another friendly mech. So I don't really need that because that's like a rumble thing. I don't think we have anything with decks. You may pay an additional cost to play me. When you play me, if you've paid an additional cost, give a unit -2. Might be situationally good. I'll just add it just because we don't have a lot of cards. Sometimes you have to just put some like not that good cards in there because you're playing sealed. You just need like something that like fills it up, you know. Okay, so yeah, actually the gear head I'm gonna explain. You can accelerate it. On focus. Okay, here you go. So you can accelerate it. You have to pay 1. You have to exhaust 1. On focus. You have to exhaust 1, as you can see. Exhaust 1 and then cycle that 1 to accelerate it, so you can have it ready and like attack with it immediately. And also each equipment attached to me gives double its base my bonus. So if in this case I am using blow, so normally you don't have this combo, but it is a really good combo because I can attach gears to it. So imagine I can get the called again, like the dirk that gives like +2. The dirk will now give +4 because it will double its base. So yeah, base. So on base might, the dirk gives +2. So if there's like cloak, cloth armor, like this one, you got cloth armor. This is like +0. It will only give +2 when he's a defender, so it's situational, and the base is just 0, so it won't like double it. You have to make sure to look at that as well. But I will take this one just as I can like do a nice attack with it. Then you got pickpocket. When you play me, you kill a gear. You may kill a gear with energy costs no more than 1. If you do play a gold gear, I think this might be good if you're playing against someone with all the gears as well, because it doesn't say enemy, like friendly gear. Temporal portal, expel you play. So this is also situational. Like this says, expel you play, repeat. So imagine I have this one. So this is a spell, and give it repeat. Pardon me. I don't think this is a real. I don't fully understand this card. But it says equal to its cost. I'm kind of confused. Nice, repeat equal to its cost. I'm guessing that's like yeah, I don't really know how that works. I think you have to, so imagine you want to repeat this, you have to pay 3 and not cycle. You do have to cycle for this, but it's a bit confusing. I don't really exactly know how this works, but it's a bit confusing. I am not going to use this though. I don't think it's that good of a card. When you play me, return a gear from trash your hand. I am going to use this in case somebody can destroy my gear. Cloth also quite good. This is also quite unique as well. It has quick draw. I still need to get used to having quick draw and reaction. So voila, you can see you can use this as a reaction. So when it is not your turn, but you're holding a battlefield and you have a unit on the battlefield, like an example, you have this one on the battlefield, so it shouldn't be here, like it should be at front, but I'm gonna show you here on camera. So imagine there's a battlefield here, let's see, like this. So you got a battlefield and he's on there, and you get attacked by, say, something like this, and you have the option to react to it. This is a react, so it's a reaction like that, so it's a reaction. If you have this, you should keep this in your hand. This is a mistake that I made as well. Keep it in your hand and play this as a reaction. Now you also attach it, so it says like right here, when you play it, attach it to a unit you control, and then equip. So equip says so 1 rune to cycle. I'm guessing you probably have at least 1 rune to cycle. I think it's probably like really worth in this situation. You get a rune if it is already tapped from your like previous round. You can cycle it, and then it is attached to it. And now this says, the shield says, when I'm defending, +2. So +2 while I'm a defender, and this guy is now defending because this guy attacked. This one now has 5 power. 5 against 3, it's easy. This guy's out, but the opponent can still play like an action or reaction thing. But if not, you will actually be able to defeat it. And that's how that gear works. Also why I will definitely use it. Voila. So I'll put that in the file with the cards that I will use. It's just a little quick explanation. Got a spell, Rocket Barrage, kill a gear, deal. So I can choose one of these. It is quite expensive, and I don't really have things to use for spells. Otherwise, I'll just have no runes left. You can see I already have like some cycle heavy cards. You don't want to have too many cycle things unless you have something that gives you more runes, I'm guessing, or tokens. Tokens are like gold tokens. You can use that as well. But yeah, continuing, the forecaster, max vision. That's a mech thing. I don't really use it. Cloth armor, use it for sure. Now a spell, Wages of Pain. Deal 3 damage to a unit at a battlefield. Play gold gear exhausted. So this is the gold gear that I just mentioned. So the battlefield. Battlefield. I will explain to the fellow beginners as well how like what a battlefield is and how everything works. I'm gonna put it in like parts so it's like easier to understand, so you don't get like overflown with information. I'm just explaining how I'm making my deck, or like fictional deck at least. But this is also a hidden, so you can see who wants to. You can see you can hide it for now to react later with it, but you have to cycle. So it says you need, so it doesn't give us, it doesn't give a number. A number means tab a rune, so this says like tab 0 runes. But you can cycle runes, so imagine you have already tabbed one, you can just cycle the tabbed one, you can hide it, or you can play this in action. So this is most of the time after somebody did like a reaction or something. Don't know the exact specifics of action, but I think you're allowed to play it on your turn. Like you're definitely allowed to play it on your turn, but also after or when you're attacking and defending as well. But only after, I think just play on your turn or in showdowns. So when you're fighting at the battlefield, you can use it. So you can do 3 damage to a unit at a battlefield, specifically battlefield. So you can't do it in their base, just damage the ones at the battlefield. And you get a gold gear token exhausted. I'm gonna see if I can find one, but most of the time, because this set is not that old, not so many people have gold tokens. Even I'm looking for one right now. So here is gold. So this is a gold token, and as you can see, if you kill this, I mean, like you can, when you like, yeah, kill this means put it in the trash. You have like a trash pile when you play. You can add 1 cycle. So this is a cycle. It doesn't matter which color rune it is. So this is something that this card gives. Play gold gear token exhausted. Exhausted means it is not usable yet. It is a reaction, however, so you can use it after it's like ready, like instantly at a battlefield, like when you get attacked or something. So imagine you get attacked, you can say for this thing, this is a spell, it costs 1 cycle, this one is up, so this one is up, you get attacked, you want to use this, it costs 3 runes, I tap 3 runes, so my cost is paid for 3, but I still have this one to pay. I can do this, so you can kill this, it's killed, and tap, it will pay for that one little cycle cost. This is gone now, so that's gone, but it will actually pay for this cost. So this thing is quite handy. This is why this is the card that you probably see a lot, because I see it a lot as well. I use it myself. Yeah, it's really handy dandy card. And yeah, this was here. Those are things you're gonna use. Sometimes you have quite some runes, I mean some gold. If you're playing Ornn, by the way, make sure you look. This is also a gear, so make sure you check. It's token gear, so it's both the token and a gear. So make sure to keep in mind if your card says gear or token, because Ornn says +1 for each gear. This is a gear, so if you have 1 of these, it doesn't matter if it's exhausted, you get +1 on that Ornn. So that's quite nice. But yeah, imagine you chose your cards. I have my cards here. I don't have a champion yet. Normally when you're playing sealed, you do have a champion here. Yeah, I have a champion. I have one. Just imagine you have a champion. It should be on the thing. Like this one says unit. So this one says unit. A champion will just say champion here, and you can put it next to focus. So you can put it next to your legend. You can see it here, legend. This one will be visible. So when you start, play these. I'm going to show, like, explain in a future video how the starting works as well. But the game itself, I think, is actually quite basic. Like at the start, it's a little bit overwhelming because there's like some niche rulings here and there. But even for a beginner, I think it's quite interesting. And yeah, I think, yeah, it's just, you need to think a little bit about the extra things and like the gears now. The gears are new at the moment of making this video. But when you have your champion, enemy will see your champion as well. You'll see the enemy champ and legend as well. They pay 6, for example, and the cycle costs. This is like a really expensive card. And you play it in your base. Why you play it? It's basically the same thing as having it in your hand, but it's just visible. Most of the time, people you're playing against, or the ones that have been playing a while, will expect the champion that you're already playing with like multiple times in your deck, because they already know like the deck or like the legend, which works quite nicely. So yeah, you should count up your cards and see if you have enough. I'm not counting right now because I'm like not making a real deck. This way, you have some kind of deck at sealed events as well. The store or like whatever place you're having the event at, with a sealed event with the pre-rift kit. It will probably have a box full of runes for these things, like this. So imagine you're playing 3 colors. Make sure you're like using 4, if I'm correct. Yeah, like 4 of each color. And if you're like, yeah, I have no green cycles, do keep in mind, if you want to attach something, it does cost something unless like you use this, so keep that in mind. But if you're like, I'm never going to use a green rune, just use the other one to use as a cycle. So that's what I mainly would say for the sealed event, for just making your deck. Might be like a little bit longer of a explanation, but if it's your first time, it's quite nice to know these things, because other people will be trying to make their deck. And the first time I had it, like, it was my very first time playing as well in a sealed event. It's a bit annoying having to disturb other people trying to make their own deck as well. You have like 50 minutes, it's enough time. But if you're not like used to me, it took me quite some time to check out these cards as well. I have some cards that I didn't use, but yeah, it took me quite some time to get to know what I was doing. And like these cards, you have to sometimes really read 2 or 3 times, because I misread something or something else. Like this thing at the start, I think I misread it as well. So you can attach a detached equipment you control. And this is attach and attach equipment. So you have detached equipment and attached equipment. You control to a unit you control. You can just move it to another one with just tabbing it. And if you have a detached one, you have to pay 1 rune for it. That's like the little things that you have to reread quite a bit. It's very literal in the sense of like reading. So make sure to really read quite a bit. Reread what cards you're playing. Also, if you have ones in your hand, if you're the ones you're playing, because I'm learning this with some mistakes as well with my own. I had a token mini gear that gives -1 to an enemy or something, and it's just like tab it. And I can't play it on a reaction or on an enemy turn. Like, it's not an action or a reaction, so I can only play it on my turn. So I just tab it when I'm done and just give that -1. You don't lose anything with it. And yeah, just make sure to keep up with what you have on the board and what it does. Same with what's in your hand. And I'll forward some more tips if I have some more in the next video. These are just literally tips that I received from numerous players as a new player myself. And I hope that as a future, hopefully new player to Riftbound, you will enjoy those tips as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time.